Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mancillon. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're getting ready for really a miracle, a turning point. So we have to. It is all part of a process to go through what we're going through, but we are there's this point of freedom that has been promised, and the card of the day is the treasure island. Is the treasure island, that this great treasure that is coming. It has to be hidden for it's like for us to for it's like for us to be surprised, to be excited, to be wow, we want the life to be wow, you know. It's like to move back into a reality that is completely in the flow. For now, humanity, what's very essential is to integrate the spiritual nature within the physical realm, and humanity needs to become aware of that. To that spirit, there's conscious spirit, or there is relationship to the world of energy in all things. It's not just a matter. The earth is not just a rock or consumer product or stage for evolution. It is a living being, an archangelic consciousness that lives through cycles of evolution. The cycles with thousands, millions of years. So it's a very different sort of consciousness. She does not, our Mother Earth, it's one of the awareness that humanity needs to integrate. This Mother Earth does not live in the mental process of the ego of mankind, but she's providing life for all of us, and so we came here in service to the planet. And also to become aware, when you go into a location, there are specialized divinity spirits that oversees this whatever island or country or civilization, even, because there is only one soul from the whole universe, universal soul. Yet the soul is an evolution process of growth through experience. That's what the soul does. And each country has its own soul in some sense, because of culture, because of language, because of history. And so if we choose to incarnate within one culture, this is because we want to integrate some of that soul, and then we might choose something else in another time. But so it's very to know that there are higher spirits, and to communicate with the spirits as much as possible, to become aware that there are spirits that oversee the evolution of locations, planets, galaxies, and so on. And so just do not be shy in a relationship to spirit, and just be gracious. And I was talking to a friend, and he said, well, do this video, it's good to be spontaneous, doesn't have to be perfect. So it's like well, I said, I cannot be more perfect than what I am, for we already perfect in many ways. For it is Salvador Dali used to say, do not worry about perfection, you will never attain it. For perfection is found in God, in the Creator, with infinite perfection. But we're not expected to be as perfect. Archangel Michael said, every day you have to work to get closer to that perfection. Well, but we're not expecting you to be perfect, because if we're expecting perfection from us or from others, we'll get into a lot of frustration, self-judgment, heavy load. So to just accept life as it is, and continue to perfect yourself nevertheless. For when we came to this incarnation, we signed an agreement with the archons that control the shadow matrix, in order to integrate it, where we lose our memory, we lose our family, we lose the connection of this eternal love, and the brilliance of the ascended realm, of the higher realm, of the spirits, celestial realm, wherever we come from, to assume an individualized consciousness. Yet we knew that we were going to meet some of our soul family here, and usually it's like when we have a soul connection, it's like a deep feeling inside the heart that's like recognize each other. Sometimes one recognize, the other one doesn't, but it's part of the process. But so we have to follow the feeling. And yet when we come down here, we meet all kinds of souls, human beings that come from the all corners of the galaxy, and they have so many different ways of perceiving things. Eventually we all came here to realize the one love of source within, the one truth. And yet we have very, very different ways of approaching that, or going about it. And so I'm gonna pull a few cards, just thought I come and say hello. So the highest wisdom is the sun. It is the innocence. It is the pure brilliance of being. It's letting go of any and all forms of of limitation that prevents us from feeling, from experiencing life in its all magnificent beauty. What we need to understand is the guidance, to follow the guidance. There's really higher, and your guides are really higher beings, so you can trust them, and they always look after your highest good, regardless of what the ego thinks. So just follow your heart, follow your guidance. What we need to do is the four, to be free from fear, to just leap into any, you can leap into any reality. In the future, those leaps can even leap into other universes even. And the outcome will be aloneness, for we are all one. And but we've been isolated by coming down into this matrix. And so now we just need to realize the light, and to bring this light into the world. For the tiger of fear, what does the tiger of fear is beyond illusion. So it's do not fear the judgment of God, the judgment of the universe. For you know yourself, you are innocence. Just know you are innocence and forgiven. Forgive yourself, forgive others. How we make our leap into the future through guilt. We have to let go of that judgment, and those cards are really expressive. What does the tiger of fear looks like is the projections. For it is important to see that, to understand that we're projecting sometimes positive, sometimes negative. But there is a supervision in the process, and so do not project. If you project positive thoughts. And our heart will lead us to go into the flow, into this great love, and to allow ourselves to be carried by this love. For it is a super moon that is happening today, and the solstice is coming. I'm going to make a special video for the solstice, but it's called a strawberry moon, not because of the color of the moon. I think it was the ancient American Indian traditions, where it's like they were harvesting strawberries during this moon. For we all have to become aware that there is supreme love and supreme wisdom that is always there, and everywhere. But it's like when we're not aware of it, we can imagine something else. So it's just becoming more aware, and all those invisible presence, we have to expand what we believe to believe in life, and we know life is. And so we are all instrumental in the great cosmic plan of God, even on this planet. And so we all very, very essential. But the plan of God is far too grandiose to even fathom. Even just on this singular planet, there's billions of souls that are operating all at once. And there's so much that is going on. So you just got to trust the plan, and be yourself. This is the best way to play your role, is to be yourself. For in paradise, we know only God knows God. For the spirit, they know everything about the universe and this time and space program, and they know most of what's going on paradise. But what the divine counselor was saying, until you know everything, you won't know it all. You won't really know. And only the Father and the Spirit, the Son and the Spirit, know the Father's plan. They don't reveal that on the. So, but there is three levels of realization as ascending being: the supremacy, ultimacy, and absoluteness. And so those are experiential deities. Called the God is existential. The Father, Son, Spirit is existential. It will never change, can never change. It's beyond. It's true infinity. And then, but the plans of God reveal God as it unfolds. It reveals more and more of God, of the truth, and through the principle of experiential deity, which is to move the values, the meaning and value of supremacy, truth, beauty, and goodness in the experience of life in the universe. Eventually, once we realize that, then we can look for ultimacy, ultimate value and meaning, which is beyond truth, beyond beauty, and beyond goodness. Higher values beyond that. But first, we need to realize those. But it's all an eternal plan, an eternal program. For God is eternal, therefore He's not in a hurry. So what we do is we go through an empirical process. It means that we learn, we go, we don't really know, so we go and we learn by trial and error and success, and we see what works step by step. It's really a step by step, for there's only one source, one power. It's just a matter of aligning step by step to that which is the reality of source. And so well, I think a creator is infinite and eternal, but he's fully conscious of this time consciousness and space potential. Huh? So it's like there's this all kinds of. There is nothing escape the consciousness. No detail ever escapes the consciousness of can escape our consciousness, but Source sees all, knows all, and experiences all. For the in this great message of Creator, the great message would be carpe diem, seize the day, seize the moment, act, just be, do whatever your heart calls you to do, and see what brings you joy. For a lot of people are waiting for we are sometimes we're waiting for the goodwill of Creator to save us, to deliver us, but God is in many senses waiting for us to actually to be able to do that. We are the one who have the power down here. Although sometimes we continue to ask for assistance and guidance, and so the more we ask, the more we can receive. And for a lot of things that we need to do is about releasing and changing, letting go of all this guilt and the mental process. For the Creator is not limited by anything, as neither are we, but we want to know what our soul is expecting of us, because maybe they're different from one person to another, but we have to align with this inner self. And so I wanted to thank you for your support, and thank you for continuing to work in this Creator plan, to be part of that consciousness of the great universal soul. And this is really where to trust your guides and your heart, and to continue to let go of the perceived vision of who we believe to be, so that we can realize and know who we truly are, which is far greater than anything we can perceive at this time. It's an ever-increasing process. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wanted to come and say hello. I'm going to sing a song. I pulled it completely at random. I had a whole pile of songs. I'm going to sing this one. It's an old song of The Cure. It's called Boys Don't Cry. It goes like this. I would say I'm sorry if I thought that it would change your mind, but I know that this time I've said too much, been too unkind. I've tried to laugh about it, cover it all up with lies. I tried to laugh about it, hiding the tears in my eyes, 'cause boys don't cry. I would break down at your feet and beg forgiveness, plead with you, but I know that it's too late, that there's nothing I can do. I tried to laugh about it, cover it all up with lies. I tried to laugh about it, hiding the tears in my eyes, 'cause boys don't cry. I would tell that I love you if I thought that it would change your mind, but I know that it's no use, you're already gone away. Misjudged your limits, pushed you too far, took you for granted. I thought that you needed me more. I would do most anything to get you back by my side. But I just can't keep on laughing, hiding the tears in my eyes, 'cause boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. Well, actually, tears are part of this process. It's a very essential at some point when we address the inner pain, to allow it it's a release. It assists to release energy. It is something that's completely inexperienced on any higher planes. It's only a certain thing like physical touch or physical sex, crying, eating physical food. Those are the particularities of this dimension. But I'm not saying to focus on crying, but was just a song. And the card of the day is the new beginning. The new beginning. The Archangel Jeremiel. Starting a new life, finding a goal. With kindness and compassion, look into your past with kindness and compassion. So it's very much about looking at your past as an evolutionary process that you had to go through that, but you want to forgive yourself for all that is, to look for your, to focus on your goals and to prepare for your, for this brand new life. And it's like the judgment. Do not be afraid of the judgment of God, who is always fair, is always merciful, regardless of what we can believe. So we can really put all our life into the hands of our Creator as much as possible, and more will unfold from there. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.